Have you ever stopped for a moment and thought about how something as small as a single chili pepper, which we casually see in our kitchen or on our plate every single day, actually carries within it an unbelievably long journey that begins deep inside carefully prepared soil and passes through countless stages of scientific farming, controlled growth, precise harvesting, and complex food processing before finally transforming into the rich, spicy sauce that enhances flavors across the world and defines entire cuisines with just a single drop of heat? Because behind that simple red spice, there is a hidden industrial world, a world that combines nature, patience, human skill, and modern technology in a way most people never imagine. And today, we are about to step inside that unseen journey from the very first moment a seed touches the soil, all the way to the final bottled sauce that reaches the dining table. The journey begins not with the plant itself, but with the earth beneath it, where vast fields are carefully prepared by deeply loosening the soil, enriching it with essential natural nutrients, and ensuring that every inch of land is perfectly balanced to support the delicate beginning of life. Because in large-scale chili farming, even the smallest mistake in soil quality can affect thousands of plants later in the process. And that is why every step is done with precision, patience, and a deep understanding of agricultural science. Once the soil reaches the ideal condition, tiny chili seeds are introduced into controlled nursery environments where temperature, humidity, and light are continuously monitored and adjusted to create the perfect germination conditions, allowing each seed to awaken gently and safely as it begins its transformation into a living plant. Within just a few days, something remarkable begins to happen beneath the carefully controlled environment. As the seeds slowly break open and tiny green sprouts emerge from the soil, extremely delicate at first, almost fragile enough to disappear with a touch, yet carrying within them the full genetic strength of a future chili plant that will eventually produce vibrant, spicy fruits. As days continue, these seedlings gradually grow stronger, developing small stems and fresh green leaves, while receiving continuous care in the form of precise watering, nutrient supplementation, and protection from pests and harsh environmental changes. Because at this stage, even minor stress can permanently affect the quality of the final plant. And therefore, every seedling is treated with extraordinary attention and scientific accuracy. As the young plants continue to grow, they enter a critical development phase where their strength, structure, and resilience are carefully shaped through controlled nurturing, where water is supplied in measured amounts, nutrients are delivered at exact intervals, and environmental conditions are constantly adjusted to simulate the ideal natural growth cycle without exposing the plants to unnecessary risks. During this period, weaker plants are identified and removed, while stronger ones are encouraged to grow further, ensuring that only the healthiest and most productive plants move forward in the farming process, which ultimately guarantees higher yield, better quality, and more consistent chili production in the later stages. Once the seedlings reach a stable height and develop strong enough roots and stems, they are carefully transferred from the controlled nursery environment to vast open fields where they will continue their growth under natural sunlight, open air, and real environmental conditions, marking a major transition in their life cycle from protected development to full agricultural exposure. This transplanting process is done with advanced machinery that ensures each plant is placed into the soil with its root system fully intact, minimizing stress and preventing damage, while also maintaining precise spacing between plants so that each chili plant receives enough sunlight, airflow, and nutrients from the soil to grow efficiently without competition or overcrowding. Once established in the open fields, the chili plants begin their full growth phase where they are exposed to natural elements such as sunlight, rainfall, and seasonal temperature changes. And during this stage, continuous care becomes essential as farmers monitor each field closely to ensure healthy development and prevent any disruption caused by pests, diseases, or environmental stress. Advanced irrigation systems deliver water directly to the roots in controlled amounts, ensuring that the plants receive consistent hydration without overwatering, while fertilizers are applied at precise growth stages to strengthen plant structure, improve flowering, and enhance overall yield quality, making the entire cultivation process a carefully balanced combination of nature and technology working together. As time progresses, the plants begin to produce small green chili pods that slowly grow in size, changing in texture and gradually developing their characteristic shape and color, while internally undergoing complex biochemical changes that determine their final level of heat, flavor, and aroma, which makes timing one of the most important factors in chili farming. Farmers carefully observe each stage of ripening, watching for the exact moment when the chilies shift from green to deep red or bright mature tones, indicating that they have reached peak flavor and are ready for harvest, because harvesting too early would reduce intensity, while harvesting too late could affect texture and quality. When the chilies reach perfect maturity, harvesting begins across the fields, where both manual skill and modern machinery work together to collect the right peppers efficiently, while ensuring that the plants themselves remain undamaged for future growth cycles. And each chili is carefully separated based on ripeness and quality standards. Once collected, the chilies are transferred through conveyor systems into sorting areas, where they move through initial cleaning and preparation stages, ensuring that only the best quality produce continues forward into processing, while maintaining strict control over freshness and overall product integrity. Inside the sorting facilities, the harvested chilies undergo a detailed selection process where they are categorized based on size, color, shape, and overall quality, ensuring that only the finest and most uniform chilies are selected for sauce production, while lower grade chilies are redirected for alternative uses such as natural fertilizers or secondary processing applications, creating a zero-waste agricultural system that maximizes efficiency. This stage is extremely important because it directly determines the consistency, flavor balance, and final quality of the chili sauce that will eventually reach consumers across the world. Thank you for joining me on Metrixor. I'll see you again in the next video.